A disagreement happened during plenary yesterday at the Senate chamber while Senator Abaribe was trying to move a motion to honor the next chairman who was in charge of a June 12 election, the same election that MKO won but was not announced the winner, the same election that Ibrahim Babangida just of recent confessed to Nigerians that MKO Abiola actually won, but as we all know, the election was annulled. Now, while a lot of people are of the opinion that this man, Humphrey Nwosu, shouldn't be immortalized because it's not worth it, because both him and Ibrahim Babangida both connive, to annul the election. Anyway, it's looking like most senators are not in support of a motion that Humphrey Nwosu should be immortalized. Before we delve right into the details of today's news and take a look at, what some of these senators have to say concerning this, Oshiomhole has a lot to say as well. If you have not subscribed to this channel or this is your first time here, please go ahead and subscribe, like this video, also leave your opinions in the comments section below. Make sure you hit the like button, it's very important. That way we're encouraged to put out more reliable and authentic news. The senator representing Edo North Senatorial District, Adams Oshiomhole, has said that Nigeria cannot immortalize the late chairman of a defunct National Electoral Commission, NEC, Humphrey Nwosu. Speaking during a Senate debate on the motion sponsored by Nginaya Baribe for the immortalization of a late Nwosu, the Edo lawmaker said Nwosu failed to confess to the atrocities and events that went wrong during the June 12, 1993 presidential election, which he presided over. According to Oshiomhole, Nwosu and the then military head of state, General Ibrahim Babangida retired, deceived 18 million Nigerians who lined up to vote for a democratically elected government in 1993. In his words, Professor Nwosu and IBB fooled 18 million Nigerians that voted. Therefore, if he was afraid of a gun because we were under a dictatorship, some people might say, well, but there were Nigerians who were protesting under the gun without minding the consequences. Further speaking, Oshiomhole said after the military regime, Nigeria has enjoyed a democratic process since 1999, and the late NEC chairman failed to speak up. He said, and I quote, after the end of Ibrahim Babangida's tenure, the death of Abiola, the birth of a new democracy that produced President Olusegun Obasanjo. Since then, I would have expected Nwosu to be able to say, either on his birthday or on any occasion, now that we are about democracy and there is freedom of speech, even the freedom to lie, I would have expected Nwosu to say, I couldn't display these numbers now in my record. Abiola won this election, but I'm not able to announce it. He died without confessing, and he cannot be rewarded, Oshiomhole added. What are your thoughts? Let's have them in the comments section below. Do you think that Humphrey Nwosu is complicit, or maybe he must have worked together, with Ibrahim Babangida to annul the election? Because, thinking about it again, I think that Oshiomhole is right, because why haven't he said anything all this while? Abacha is no longer the head of state. Ibrahim Babangida is no longer the military, head of state of Nigeria. There is nothing like dictatorship anymore. We are now in a democracy, regime where we enjoy freedom of speech. You would expect that, if there's anything that went on during those times, he should have, spoken out. He could have told Nigerians that, this happened, or even released a book. He could have, released a book, just like, what Ibrahim Babangida did. Just the difference is that he ended up, putting the blame on dead people. He did not totally own, his bullshit and everything he did during those times. Anyway, let's have your thoughts and opinions in the comment section. What do you all think of this? Like I said, before we go, guys, let's take a look at some of the reactions we got online. Ben says, well, I agree with Oshiomhole. Humphrey Nwosu shouldn't have died with the truth. Even Ibrahim Babangida is better than him now because he confessed the truth. At least, maybe before Ibrahim Babangida, did his own confession, Nwosu could have, spoken up all this while. That is if, my instinct is just telling me that the reason why he was unable to speak up before his death is that he's complicit, because I don't have any other explanation than that. Because if he wasn't complicit, if he did not take part in the decision to annul that election, he could have said something all this while instead of remaining quiet. And now the only person or the only version of truth that we have to rely upon is the one told to us by Ibrahim Babangida. Can you imagine? We do not have any other side of the story. It's just one, the one we got from Ibrahim Babangida, and that's it. Another comment from Andrew says, Oshiomhole is turning history, which we all know on its head. Immortalizing him or not means nothing. He has gone to meet his creator, who is the final judge, concerning our sojourn on earth. Kennedy Ojoto says, look at this man. Election was held and the result announced in favor of a late Abiola and later annulled by IBB, who came out to confess that Abacha was the architect of it all. So why saying that Nwosu need to confess? Larry Latif says the same Nwosu who was abroad for years without saying anything on June 12, 1993 can never be recognized. Obiora says speak up on what the man has consistently said, that only results from 3 states were remaining when he was stopped from announcing, and Abiola was clearly in the lead. But that's not the issue. The main issue is that till date, that election has been declared as the best election ever conducted in Nigeria. Reasons why Abiola is being honored as president, albeit posthumously. Kingsley says Oshiomhole is a fool and a tribalist. Because late Nwosu is from southeast. Had he been he is from the southwest or south-south, same Oshiomhole will utter positive response. Abubakar Mohammed says he did not say Nwosu was opposed to the military declaring Abiola the winner, but that he was not courageous enough to declare the result of election and never did so till his death. The reasons for his not doing so is best known to him, but for that, he does not deserve any posthumous honor in connection to his service as a chief election umpire, and linking it to June 12 whatsoever. His village people or Aneze Indigbo can honor him if they like for his service to them. Then another comment from Gregory Ajo says, Ibrahim Babangida, the real villain, is immortalized even as he is still alive, but Nwosu, the hero who risks being arrested to release the election results, is denied that benefit because of what? Looking at it critically, if you want to dig deep and really analyze everything objectively, if these people are so opposed to those people who partook in the annulment of a June 12 election, IBB shouldn't have had that much attendance at its book launch, the same book launch that took place of recent. If actually people are so opposed to the annulment of that June 12 election, I would expect that even if they were invited, they should boycott the book launch. Because even at the book launch, the same confession, this confession that everybody is referring to, is not. I cannot even categorize it as a confession, because it's not a confession when you're throwing blame at dead people who are not alive to defend themselves. So how is that a confession? And then he ended up getting billions upon billions of naira to build a library. Can you imagine rewarding people for the evil that they have done? Let's have your thoughts and opinions in the comment section. What do you all think of this? Thank you very much for always listening and watching, guys. I'll see you all in my next video. Bye for now.